Hello, Kirill, it's a pleasure to meet you. I understand that you're an enthusiastic and hardworking individual who plays a key leadership role as the CTO in your organization. You have a passion for technology and thrive while working on ambitious, visionary projects. Now, how may I assist you today? Are there any specific challenges or goals you're facing at the moment?
I'm having a hard time at work. The morale is kind of low. We've laid off a bunch of people, and nobody seems to be very motivated.
I'm sorry to hear that, Kirill. It sounds like you're in a challenging situation, and it's definitely tough when morale is low in an organization. As someone in a leadership position, these kinds of situations can weigh heavily. Let's try to understand more about this scenario. When you notice the low morale among your team, what emotions does it bring up for you? And what are some actions you've taken so far to address this issue?
Well, when I see people that are a little bit sad or feeling down, I guess I feel personally responsible that we're not more successful as a company. As far as what actions, I've tried to be really transparent and authentic with people.
It sounds like you're carrying a lot of emotional responsibility for the situation, Kirill. That's a sign of a mindful and empathetic leader. Being transparent and authentic is certainly a good step to take, as it can help foster trust during these difficult times. But remember, while your leadership does have an impact, it's also important to understand that the whole weight of the company's success isn't solely your responsibility. You asked about motivation and morale. Can you think about any factors or activities from your past experiences that have worked out well in boosting morale within the team? What makes your team feel valued and fired up?
I think working on interesting projects, especially ones where people can learn new things, is exciting for them. Also, having fun team building events and going out together as friends.
That's a great starting point, Kirill. In challenging times, returning to activities that have worked in the past can be very effective. Since as the CTO, you have the ability to influence the type of projects your team works on and how they work on them, perhaps you could try to incorporate more learning opportunities into the projects. This might not only provide them with a chance to grow professionally, but also help them find that sense of purpose and motivation in their work. As for team building events and outings, while they might be challenging to organize given the current situation, there are still ways to foster that sense of camaraderie and fun. Could virtual team building activities or casual virtual hangouts be an option? These suggestions are just possibilities. I'm curious, how do these ideas sit with you?
I think these are good ideas. I'm also a little worried that people will start leaving. What can I do to help make sure that it doesn't happen?
That's a valid concern, Kirill. Employee retention is crucial, especially in difficult times. A sense of security and belief in the future of the company can contribute significantly to this. One way to address this could be by having an open conversation with your team, understanding their worries, discussing the vision and the future of the organization, and talking about how each individual is integral to that future. Also, recognize their efforts, show appreciation whenever possible, and create a supportive work environment where they feel heard. This will not only encourage loyalty, but would make them feel like they are part of something bigger than themselves. Remember, the goal is to work together and grow as a team. People tend to stay where they feel valued and see opportunities for growth. In this case, what steps do you think you could take to build this sense of value and support within your team? I hope the session was useful for you. Here are the key takeaways. Kirill, these are some key takeaways from your conversation with your life coach. 1. The low morale in your team affects you too, as you feel a strong sense of responsibility given your leadership role. An important realization is that while your leadership matters, the success or challenges of the organization isn't solely your responsibility. 2. You have identified that working on interesting projects and team-building activities are effective in boosting your team's morale. Consider implementing more learning opportunities in your projects and executing virtual team-building activities to enhance this effect. 3. The fear of your team members leaving is potent. It's essential to have open, honest discussions with them about their worries, the organization's future vision, and their integral role in it. Make them feel valued, acknowledge their efforts, and show appreciation regularly. 4. Create a supportive work environment to encourage loyalty and satisfaction among your team members. All these steps together could address the low morale, motivate your team, and work towards employee retention during these challenging times. Okay, thank you for talking with me.